Hello and welcome to this Fotospeed video with me, Tim Jones, and today I am joined by Amy Bateman, photographer, and we've spent the whole day printing, haven't we?
We have,
Pretty
and talking.
much, and trying different papers and hopefully surprising you with different papers and broadening your horizons away from platinum brighter.
Yeah, I think you've succeeded definitely on that one.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about Amy's career and also Amy's amazing prints that are on the table here and the types of photography that you cover, and because it's very diverse.
It's becoming more diverse.
We'll also talk about Amy's amazing book, 40 Farms, which is here on the table as well, which you may have a follow-up coming.
Yes, hopefully.
We're
There's
allowed to
a
talk
couple.
about that.
Yeah, they're in the pipeline. When they'll come out is another story.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It's
Okay.
not your standard photography book. It's not like a zine. It's a proper chunky doorstop coffee table book that's got really strong narratives as well as photos. So
Oh, fantastic.
lots to
Well,
it.
we'll talk a bit about that as well. So, but before we hand over to Amy to talk all about her amazing pictures, please don't forget to subscribe to the Photospeed YouTube channel and also sign up to the Photospeed newsletter. And also don't forget to download the free Art of Printing from us here at Photospeed. The free ebook covers everything to do with printing and colour management and everything in between as well. So you can download that from photospeed.com, but I'll put a link in the description below so you can download that and kind of find that at your own leisure. So with that little bit of housekeeping out the way, we're going to hand over to Amy. Well, not hand over, I'm going to ask you a question really.
Go
to
for it.
get started. Now, let's start at the beginning before we talk about all the prints and lovely papers and kind of picking papers and things. Because the main reason why you came down today was to look at different papers.
Yes.
And travel the 7 hours down to us.
That was a little bit too long, but it's been worth it.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant. So
And to talk about printing, learn how to use Lightroom for printing as well.
yes.
Which you can see in Reels when Shorts we're going to release as well.
Yeah. Which I'll be looking back at to remind myself how to do it.
We did screen record it, so we're good.
Great.
So, but let's start at the beginning. How did you start in photography, I suppose, and this journey that you've been on the last 5-6 years, is it?
It's coming up to 8 years.
Okay.
I've only been a photographer for 8 years. And it just started from, I gave up my work as a physio to look after 3 very small children, I had 3 under 3, on our family farm.
Mm.
And so I learnt to farm with my husband, bring up the children, but I needed something a bit more for me. So I took a camera out with me and self-taught. I had a couple of lessons at an evening class at the local art centre. But I just got obsessed. And I love photography. Love agriculture and I love photography. And so because I was out on the farm and we were seeing the light and the landscapes, it meant I could capture those moments as they were happening because I was involved in them all the time. So my learning curve was huge. YouTube tutorials, photography magazines, FS Sprint Monday and the other couple of Twitter competitions were an absolute crucial point for my development. Because by sharing your photographs every week, I got access to so many different types of photography coming in from people who were creating all the time. And of course, you had to have your photo taken within the last week. So it was all very fresh. And it was really inspiring and a really lovely community of photographers chatting about the work and critiquing it and giving feedback and stuff. And I just found my learning curve just got steeper. And of course, I won. 1 week of FS Sprint Monday.
I suppose we should say that FS Print Monday is it was our weekly competition.
Hashtag.
Hashtag FS Print Monday was our weekly competition on Twitter, as it was back then. Now we've moved over to Blue Sky.
And it's monthly.
And it's monthly now, yeah. So at that time, though, it was weekly.
It was,
You had to take a picture within that week and you submit it on the Monday, wasn't it? Hence FS Print Monday.
Yep.
And you as a weekly winner that won £10 voucher, and you also got your print printed, an A3 print made of it. But you won the whole year's competition.
Yeah, well, when I first won, I won 1 week, as you said, and I was hoovering at the time and my phone buzzed and I was looking at Twitter. I was like, oh my God, I've won it. And I'd only done photography for a year. Literally, I was so naive, such a novice. And then I think I actually won another week that year as well. And then all the weeks went together and got judged. And they judged me to be Fotospeed Photographer of the Year, 2018.
So yeah, basically all the winners go into a pool and
that's
we
it.
Pick the
And I won the
top
printer.
Yep.
So I've got a fabulous Canon Pro 1000. It's still going, which is fabulous quality, and Fotospeed paper.
Yeah, loads of paper, wasn't
Loads
it?
of
I can't
paper.
remember, it was like £250 worth of paper.
It was great. No, about £500.
No, £500.
Yeah, and I spent a fabulous day with Doug Chinnery, and he taught me how to print and everything.
Yeah.
And I've loved printing ever since, and I'm really grateful for that opportunity to be able to print, because there is something really tangible about seeing your work come out and being able to touch it rather than just look at it.
Yeah.
I really like that. But the whole winning the competition, it's a bit like a carrot and a donkey. You know, when you win something, it's almost like validation that your work's quite good.
Yeah.
So I kept entering competitions and won quite a few quite quickly, culminating in British Life Photographer of the Year. Yeah. And I'm still British Life Photographer of the Year because they haven't run the competition again. So I'll be telling people that when I'm old, 90, I'm still British Life Photographer of the Year. And then that's just really helped. I said I live on a farm, and we needed to diversify to make up for the loss of subsidies that we were getting on the farm. So I became our farm diversification. So we wrote a business plan on the back of me winning British Life Photographer of the Year to launch me as a commercial photographer. And so a lot of my work in Cumbria now is commercial photography. I've had offers to go nationwide and visits abroad and stuff, but generally because of the family, I stay in Cumbria. But then I had the opportunity to write 40 Farms because I was approached by the publisher to do that project.
So how did that come about? How did they find you?
So my publisher is David Felton from Inspired by Lakeland, and it's a very small independent Cumbrian publisher. And he'd seen some of my work that I was doing in lockdown, was involved in an exhibition of artists in Cumbria during lockdown. I haven't got the picture here, but it's in the book. And he just thought my work was lovely and thought I could do this project. So he approached me and said, I've got an idea for a book and you're my first choice. What do you think?
Fantastic.
You know, when somebody approaches you and offers you a book deal.
It's a dream, isn't it?
Well, it is. I didn't know what was involved.
No.
I'm not sure I might have gone into it so enthusiastically had I known how much hard work was involved, because it's phenomenal. So
for those of you who don't know, what is the kind of the premise of it? I know it's called 40 Farms, so it's probably...
So it's got
farms?
about 373 photographs in it.
Okay.
Let's have a look. We're 335 pages long, and it all is about farms in Cumbria, but a very diverse range of farms in Cumbria. You know, covering the fells that are run by Herdwicks to the Eden Valley, which has got quite fertile arable land, dairy land. And we're telling the stories of those farms and the challenges that they face in the 21st century. So really diverse range of topics covered in the farm, in the book, but they're all, at the end of the day, farmers doing amazing things across a cherished landscape like the Lake District. But farming with really high welfare standards, nature-friendly farming methods, caring for the landscapes, putting carbon back into the landscapes whilst producing our food for the nation. And it was a brilliant opportunity because I love agriculture and I love photography, and being able to tell these stories in a narrative that's very heavy on images has a totally different approach, and I think that's probably why it's been successful.
Yeah,
that's why it's been so successful, because we've got 14,000 copies.
Yeah.
But there isn't any other books out there where you've got really strong photography with a really strong narrative and be able to get them out there. And there is, you know, a significant rise of interest in the public domain in farming, thanks to Jeremy Clarkson, amongst others. And it's just, and I've got 4 exhibitions on the go at the moment. 3 of them are based on 40 farms, and just being able to tell those stories through my photography.
It's just about that awareness of farming as well, isn't it?
And really getting, but also letting people
message
behind the farm gate and see how their food is produced. It's really important.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it is, if you haven't seen it, or please find a copy or buy a copy, because it is absolutely fantastic.
You can get signed copies through my website.
Oh, there we are. I'll put the link in the description below.
Thanks, Tim.
But it is, like you said, it's amazing photography.
Oh, thank you.
But also, you've got these narratives, you've got these stories as well with it. So like you said, it's a lot more than that.
It's more than just a photo book. And many people may have read James Rebank's books, but they are, page of words after words after words. I'm really visual in my head, and I want to know these stories, but I want to see the pictures behind them.
Yeah.
And so it was an absolute dream to be able to do this sort of book.
Yeah. No, it's just, fantastic. And this has led on to other work as well.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
a bit more, and you're diversifying now.
Yes.
From 45. Like you said, you've got other projects coming up.
Yeah.
But you've diversified a bit more into a bit more commercial work as well.
Yes. Yeah. So I do a lot of work for agricultural companies in the Lake District. I do work for farms, diversifications, things like that. I do headshots and portraits and family stuff. And sell quite a lot of work through gift shops and visitors' destinations in the Lake District as well. Yeah. Trying to monetize every single aspect.
Yes. I think that's one thing I can take from you is it has to have a purpose.
Yes.
It's kind of, it's a passion and you're creative with it, but also it has to pay its way.
It really does. I think that came from the element of becoming a professional photographer as opposed to a hobbyist. So I started off obviously as a hobbyist, and I love my photography. And so being able to actually now make money out of my photography is a joy, but I've got a very strong entrepreneurial drive. Yeah. And I love the challenge of being able to try and make money out of photography, because it is really hard.
Yeah, but I think it's nice and refreshing that you say that, because I think lots of people we speak to as well, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's about the art and the passion and things, which it is.
It is, totally.
It isn't. But also there's that business brain going, okay, well, I've got to...
It's quite unusual to have really strong creatives quite often miss on the business brain. I do procrastinate quite a lot. I really have to force the business brain into action, and sometimes I miss shots that are really, really commercial, but I'm getting better the more I do it. I haven't been doing it very long. Yeah. The more I do it, the more I appreciate what is going to sell and what isn't.
But you're not afraid to be commercial?
Not at all.
No.
No.
And I think a lot of people are.
No, never. Why would I be afraid of making money?
No, exactly. I know. It sounds mad, but it's, a lot of people. Well, we've got a selection of your work on here. We ran out of a bit of time with all the prints, didn't we? To be honest,
we did.
We've got some more to make, but we've talked too much today, and we've kind of made, like I said, if you want to, basically what we did with all these prints is you sent me a Dropbox file, and we put them into Lightroom, and we went through them, and we talked about papers and things like that. So, and we're going to cut those down into reels, because we did record our conversation and things.
Well, when I started printing after winning Fotospeed Photographer of the Year, I got hooked on Platinum Baryta, and I love it as a paper, and I know it's very strongly recommended, but I felt for me there might be something else that could just show off my prints a little bit better. And so I threw the gauntlet down to Tim to challenge him.
I'm going to drive down.
I come down here. It took far too long. Down to Wiltshire.
Yep, and to try
some different papers
as well.
Yeah,
and I think that
we've done that.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, we can start with some whichever
Where do you want
ones.
To start?
I don't mind, but it's. I mean, what ideas did you have with papers when you came down? Because I know we've talked a lot about kind of the papers that, like you've used Baryta, which this one is there's some Baryta prints here that we have. In the camera, So
I've always really enjoyed Baryta because my images are quite contrasty. I might like them to pop. They tell stories, so I often like the subject to be quite obvious. Not always, but relatively obvious. And so being able to make it pop and have quite strong, sharp details has always been quite a priority. So I found that Baryta did that. The only thing is, it's just slightly as we're moving more into sort of modern printing, is that the Baryta has slight sheen that I don't always want on my images. especially once it's then behind glass, framed. I do sell a lot of prints. And I just felt there was something with slightly less sheen that I'd like to find.
Yeah. I think, and we wanted to look at matte papers, didn't we?
Yeah,
mainly.
Particularly. I'm not a big fan of textures. I know we've had this discussion today. Don't really like textured papers. It doesn't really suit my style of photography. I'm not really abstracty. You know, everything's quite precise with the detail, I think. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I think.
Cool.
Yeah. You definitely have the more I've looked at your work today and things, you definitely have your own style.
Do I?
And you can come through. Yeah, I can tell it's your work.
Oh, that's interesting because I don't see it, no.
I think I can.
Okay.
Especially with the portrait work and things.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. Okay.
It looks
my style.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, I can't explain
I hope it's a good thing.
I'll try and explain it a bit later, hopefully, when I think about it. No, it's definitely a good thing. And the way things work as well. But we looked at, well, first of all, we started off by you feeling the papers, didn't we? And looking at them. I mean, there's a big table at the back here, you can't see off camera, but we've got all the papers laid out and we just went through and
being able to touch them.
Yeah.
I mean, what's really nice,
was,
I've seen a lot of the test papers at exhibitions and stuff, and I think it's really good having a range of pictures printed as you do, so you can go and feel them and see what they look like with different images printed on them. But equally, I've tried plenty of test packs as well, so I knew I wasn't into the textures and things like that. And being able to buy the test packs is a great way of being able to take it home and actually try this at home with your home printers. And so I knew there was some already, but then there was the new paper, the natural smooth one. And I don't necessarily want a big packet of it if I didn't think it was going to work.
No.
So being able to feel it, and then of course now we've gone and printed different pictures, and I bought some black and whites and some colours and some portraits and some more landscapey ones. It's been really interesting to see how different images respond to the different papers, the different paper content, the different colour to the background of the paper. Some are warmer and some are cooler. But what I've been really surprised at, I thought I'd come here today and find a paper that would suit my images. And I haven't.
just the one.
Yeah. I found several papers which suit different types of images. And actually, I feel Tim made a really, really good point earlier about it being part of the editing process. And I think that's true. Actually, taking the photo, I've always said, was 50%, and editing it was 50%. Now I'm going to say it's probably taking it is 45, editing is 45, and then printing is another 10, because the paper selection makes such a difference to how the picture comes out.
Yeah.
And I know it's sort of understanding your own imagery, your own photograph, and what sort of image it is to be able to make that choice about paper.
Yeah.
But it's been a fantastic exercise today to be able to see how my pictures respond to different papers.
Yeah.
That's been really interesting.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a great exercise.
Isn't it?
Because and the problem is, everyone will be slightly different.
Yeah. Everybody's style's slightly different.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that it just influenced some people. Like, will stick with Baryta because they just like the look of it. But
well, I always have, because I've always liked it. But I just felt there was, now that I'm progressing,
there's something just a little bit, something else going on, which has happened. I think when we have printed. I know there was a paper that you said platinum etching that you didn't. When you felt, you just said no, it's not for me and things.
And then you've gone and printed one, and I really liked it.
There was this shot here, and we wanted the smooth, so we've gone for the natural smooth here, the new paper we have, and it looks great. And then I said, let's just try it on trust me, let's just try it on the platinum etching.
In fact, your platinum etching came out first.
Yes, it did.
You printed that first, and as soon as it started coming out, I could see this top band of grey, and I was like, oh, because it just had so much more about it, so much more texture, so much more detail, it was sharper. And it was really interesting how that responded to the texture of the paper.
Yeah.
I really liked that process.
Yeah, and it's just that little, because this platinum etching's just got that little bit of texture to it. I think they're pretty much the same weight points. Almost.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it a textured paper.
No.
But it has a slightly roughened finish.
It's not smooth, is it?
Yeah, it's not absolutely polished.
But and as I was saying to you, that this little texture just adds a little bit of kind of this natural something. You could call it a little bit of natural sharpening or something, but it just adds something, almost a little bit of contrast somewhere along the line.
Yeah, it really does. There you go.
So,
Bow down to your better opinion, better expertise on that one.
I think it was the comparisons between the Baryta, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that was quite interesting actually, because we printed this dog shot on the Baryta and we said, oh yeah, it's Baryta all day, every day. It's kind of just this shot. And to be honest, I don't know if there's something up. Maybe I'm going to have to check this, but I did question the profile, but it almost
flattened it.
Yeah, it kind of lost a little.
Even
something.
now, looking at it, it doesn't have the same 3D. You know, this kind of the nose comes out of the paper.
Because it's on NST bright white.
Yeah.
And it just popped. It just kind of
really
come off.
does.
Where the Baryta, which I thought it'd be kind of the other way around, which did surprise me a little bit.
Yeah, I like the detail more on this one. The colour's different. I mean, yeah, we'll check the profiles.
I
still prefer this one.
Yeah, it just popped off the page, and I think also with the shot of the lamb here as well, because we did this one on Baryta as a comparison against the natural smooth as well.
This lamb is called Wonky, and I'm going to make him a star. Wonky the lamb.
Yeah, but again, it kind of did the same thing a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
It's a little bit more contrast and things. It's just kind of.
Yeah, it does. It makes it pop that bit more.
But you did quite like the natural smooth.
Yeah, I'm definitely heading down that route for the majority of them. But then equally, we found some that respond really nicely.
And NST bright white is just that staple. It kind of does.
Yeah.
Most things really well, like your.
The gather.
Your kind of shots.
I like the way the NST bright white on this one has particularly brought out the contrast with the sheep, and it really picks them out against the background. And I like the way that that's really defined the contrast in that picture. Was this NST bright white as well?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it's just held it really nicely, hasn't it? As well, I think Baryta would have done it. I think, but it's the colour up here. It's green. It's just like this rich colour. I should say we printed these on the Canon 300 today, and which is the A3 version of the 1000.
So it's the same as mine, but just a bit smaller.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got 10 inks instead of 12, but I haven't seen much difference. So.
I haven't seen any difference. I didn't realise it had less.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it just worked out really well.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's actually printed better than I have at home. And I wonder if that's the profiles.
Possibly, yeah. We said about the importance of profiles, and you made the admission that you.
I don't use them very much. I know. I'm going to have to start using profiles.
Yeah, and it does make a difference. I think we can see it in this one. I think we've got
this was
a bit of a. What did we print this one? Was it the matte Baryta? I think we went for, and it was almost a bit of a dodgy profile, I think. So we needed to reprofile this one.
So this one came out slightly warmer and yellower.
Yeah, and it almost lost a little bit of definition in here as well.
Yeah.
Which I can't see it's down to the paper. I think this is definitely, there's something else going on within there, and especially the warmth up here. There's almost a cast over it.
Yeah, and I don't colour cast on my paper. I don't. My images, I don't do a lot of split toning or cast them at all. I like the colours to be rendered more or less as they were. The coward looks happier in that one.
And in this one, it's just because of, I think it's just a profile.
What was this
platinum etching.
Platinum etching, yeah.
Again, it's just this tiny little bit up here. I didn't know if it would be too much up here, but I think it's worked.
I thought that, that's why I erred against it, because on areas of flatter colour, brighter colour particularly, I didn't want the texture in there that it's giving, but it's beautiful. Yeah, it is. It shows it off more. Yeah. It's really quite interesting.
It really nicely. It's not too contrasty. I don't think it's too much. It's kind of that muted. It's kept it muted, but in a good way. Yeah, it's worked really nicely.
And I wouldn't have necessarily gone for that.
No,
I actually really like it, and it's really helping me choose. In fact, this one might work really well.
Yeah, it's quite delicate sometimes. But yeah, it just kept those details really nicely in that one. I think, and I think that shows the importance of a profile, good profile, and we can obviously, with free custom profiles we offer, we can help you to do that.
I have got the custom profiles. They're all uploaded to my computer.
Yeah. Just have to try them out.
I now need to use them, especially now if I'm going to go home with a bunch of papers.
Yeah, and you want them to match these.
Yeah, because it's tons better than I've been printing at home.
Yeah. So, right. So, we've got a couple more we want to just go through. So, where are we here? Right.
Was this Matte Baryta?
That was, what was it? Yeah, that was Matte Baryta, I believe, yeah.
I quite like that from a black and white.
Mm.
I did think once I saw some of the pictures at the back printed on the test paper, I thought that would work. And it is that it gives that lovely contrast.
Because it's quite mid-tone, this picture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We talked about.
Yeah.
And we've got this lovely detail popping through the
And that would have been
fog.
lost in texture. And because it's quite a smooth finish.
I think almost on a semi-gloss or something, it might have been lost a little bit more on that. It needs to be quite delicate. And the Matte Baryta or a matte paper would do that for you.
I really
it's nice.
love the way the details have come out on here.
Yeah, that lovely contrast between it as well.
Cool.
And you've got a solid black in here.
Yeah.
I think it's just come out really nicely.
Yeah, it has. I'll be using that one again.
Now, these two are, I think they're both NST Bright White again, aren't they? Because it's one of the papers you just kept coming back to, I think.
I do have some NST Bright White at home. That was kind of my backup for when I didn't want the sheen that you get with the Baryta. But I've never really used it in earnest. And of course, with not using the profiles, I wouldn't have had the same benefit anyway. Get your profiles done.
It does help. But you can see it just holds you black.
I just love that.
The
way
sharpness it holds, I think, is fantastic.
And being a sort of a neutral colour tone, it's neither warm or cold, really, is it?
No, it's quite a white. A high white point of paper. And sometimes you've got to be a little bit careful of that.
Sometimes the high whites go blue though, don't they? But this one doesn't seem to.
No. So it could, if it's a high white, sometimes it can distract from the actual image, especially if you've got a border around.
And has this got cotton in it?
Yes, 100% cotton, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think they mostly are all cotton, apart from the Baryta and the Natural Smooth, which is hemp.
Is it 100% hemp?
It's 35% hemp and then 35% natural fibres.
Okay. So which one's
30%.
the hemp? Can you remember that one?
That is the Natural Smooth, so this one.
That one?
Yeah, so it's a lot thicker paper. This is our new paper.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
I think
it is very nice.
It is
slightly warmer.
But then my pictures are on the warmer side of things.
Yeah.
I often do boost the warmth when I'm using the Lightroom.
Yeah. And someone did say warmth is slightly more welcoming for a viewer.
Yeah, it is. Because it
bit
makes
arty, but...
Well, it does. It makes us feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Our brains like to be comfortable, and if we're looking at a really cold picture, actually it makes us feel cold, and we don't want to be cold.
No. So you go into the picture a bit more.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So actually, this one might look even better on Natural Smooth tin.
Yeah.
We didn't do that, did we?
We didn't. So maybe we'll do that and put it in a reel as well, so you can see. And I think this one shows you varied work now.
Yes.
Because of course we've got the farm, we've got the landscapes, we've got the documentary, we've got the pet shots, we've got
everything. Well, I've got one of my exhibitions at the moment is purely on portraits.
Yeah.
But this is part of my next project. So hopefully 2 more books in the pipeline.
Fantastic.
Both with the 40. So I want to do 40 farms of the UK. So if anybody knows any national publishers who would like to make a lot of money out of a really important book, sorry, I had to just
push
that away.
Yeah.
Get in touch because we need a national publisher. But the exhibitions running alongside them are quite a good way to monetize it, but also to spread the word and sell more books.
Yeah.
And then this is part of an ongoing project I'm shooting for 40 villages. So again, it's conversations of change across the landscapes of Cumbria, but talking about how the villages themselves are responding to issues that the 21st century is throwing at them within the cherished landscapes of Cumbria. So you think about the villages that have got lots of second homes, poor infrastructure, not getting the public services there for the people who live and work there, people being economically forced out of where they've grown up, to all the services that support them. But also there's some amazing stuff going on in Cumbria and some amazing characters telling fantastic stories. And so I'm hopefully producing a book to tell all those.
Oh, fantastic. That sounds amazing.
Well, that's going to be really nice because there's a lot of documentary shots, but I like to put my slant on them. There'll be lots of portraits.
Yeah.
A few more of my accidental landscapes.
Yep.
But it was a joy being able to do this with the Great North Air Ambulance and being able to say, right, pop the cars there in that position there, and they'd just stripe the lawn. And then I could tell the helicopter pilot, can you go forwards a bit, back a bit?
Yeah.
And then he just flew off.
Just flew off.
Because he got called out.
Oh.
Luckily, I'd got the shot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would have been, I'd have kicked myself.
Yeah.
Go through all that and not got the shot.
We definitely got it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I think it just, but again, I think it's you.
Funny. I don't see it.
Don't you?
No.
I do.
Okay.
I'll try and
That's
explain
cool.
it to you.
Yeah,
but
go on. Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something. There's something. You can tell that they're from you. I don't know. There's that
How
style
funny.
went through. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so long as it's a good thing.
Oh yeah, definitely a good thing.
Good.
Definitely a good thing. So, but yeah, well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. This has just been
Hopefully.
a brilliant, brilliant process.
Yeah. Good.
So I'm going to go home with totally different ideas about what pictures suit different papers.
Yeah.
It's been really useful.
It's given you hopefully a varied look.
Yeah.
And to prove you don't have to just use one paper, possibly.
Well, I
unless
won't
you don't
be.
Want to.
I won't be. Unless I get really lazy.
Yeah.
Which is always potential. With all of us. It's the human condition. But no, I think it's been a real eye-opener, and being able to now, it's like having another gadget on your camera.
Yeah, it's a bit more, it's another creative
Totally.
kind of
Tool.
mix-up or kind of tool.
It's another tool. You know, I love my Sony cameras, the animal eye autofocus, it improves my workflow. This is going to produce my outflow, my output, because my print's going to be better.
Yeah.
Can't ask for any more.
You've got the print to do it. You've got the printer to do it, so it's play around and things like that. So yeah, so you have to go make a decision.
Thank you very much.
We'll go from there. But yeah, thank you very much.
Cool.
Well, I want to say a massive thank you to Amy for coming on today and kind of spending the day with us really and going through all her work and allowing us to print all these pictures and kind of telling us all about your amazing work. So don't forget, Amy's work is all available to buy on her website as well, with all these amazing prints and hopefully on some new papers as well.
Yeah.
And also 40 Farms is available through Amy's website. Signed copies, I believe.
Signed
isn't it?
copies, only available on my website now.
So, and also don't forget, Amy does workshops as well, don't you?
That's right, yeah.
Where you can go and join her on
Yeah,
your farm.
you can come to my farm, which is in one of the chapters in the book is my farm, but you can come at lambing time and take pictures of whichever wonky is about at the time. But I also do 2 other farms, and that are also in the book.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
one is Beatrix Potter's iconic yew tree farm, so we get to photograph all the Hurdies, and then we go to Glencoyne and they've got Herdwicks and belted Galloways, and they're on the shores of Ullswater, and it's just...
That sounds amazing.
It is beautiful. And you get to go behind the scenes in places that you don't get access to. So any camera club fans, you can get some prize winning shots. Because loads of people have come on camera club courses and have said, oh, I've won that, because it's a bit different.
Yeah. Oh,
I like to do.
That's all on your website?
Everything's on my
Dates and
website. Yeah, the
everything
dates
on
are up there. We've just
pricing,
put some new workshop dates up, actually.
Fantastic.
So they're there. They're all online.
Oh, amazing. So make sure you check that out. I'll put the link in the description below for you. So also don't forget to sign up to the Fotospeed newsletter and subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel. And also download the Art of Printing from Fotospeed. So on that note, I will end there and say thank you again to Amy. And don't forget, we release new videos every week on the Fotospeed YouTube channel. So bye-bye.